Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Dungeon Siege, where we have survived some pretty harrowing episodes in this eastern swamp. Haven't made a lot of progress lately. I know we've got to deal with this guy. Need to rethink what's going on. It's been a while since I have really seen what we're up against. We came from here. That's right. We can't go this way because we've got a Hydrak waiting for us. That is right there, right? Right there, right in this gap of water. Yeah. We could try going this way. I'm trying to remember. I know we had one. Zoom out, didn't he? Yeah. We had one here. I don't know if we have one here. We might. One of these days we're just going to have to face one of these. The problem is we are dangerously low on health potions. And one of these is worth, man, none of these are full, 400. And we've got, 700 in health. So this is only 2/3 of a bar. But I do remember somebody running out completely. Who was that? Laura is out. He's got 2. Let's drop 1 onto her. She is out. He's got 2. I'm going to drop 1 onto her. He's got 1. So there's 1 there, 1 there. Everybody's got 1, and he's got 1.5. He's one who tends to take more risks than the others. So, almost no health potions left, so no emergency backup plan is what that amounts to. We did get a hold of Andy last time, Andimus, who heals so much better than Merrick, and doesn't quite come with the attitude problem. So, anything else to adjust in here? I know we're really heavily overloaded on this stuff. I can go there. Okay, we have a little bit of... We have a room for a 4 in there. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're basically done. We could do something like that, and we've got a couple of 2x2s or what have you. And you've got a little bit of room. Okay, this is actually to sell. So let's not confuse ourselves later by wondering why that's being saved. That's to sell. Okay, well, we ended last episode with Andy going down after being blasted by this guy. So Andy still doesn't have the ability to survive even 1 round against him. So he's going to have to stay behind out of range and try to heal them while they do the job. And that is pretty iffy. So let's run over to here. There's a Hydrak over here. This other one is here. I don't know if there is a gap that we can travel in between or not. Okay, him and him. We could try that. I'm going to hit my quick save just in case. Oh, no. So there's no way down, so they've got to run from one Hydrak or another to get into the water. Is that going to be a problem? Yes, it is. Oh, and he is down. Okay, everybody, stop here. Okay. Turn him. Do that. Okay. Back to there. He's going to heal. Alright, so he can't handle even a single round of a Hydrak. I got the name right, don't I? Hydrak, yep. Okay. Let's heal one more time. Every time I head over here, I see Flare, and I think, how on earth are we going to get Flare back? We left so much undone in the eastern swamp. How are we going to survive another trip back between all these Hydrax to take him out. I think we're going to have to get to this elusive trader, get healthed up, and come back and wipe out all of these Hydrax and clear a pathway. We may have to all go back. I may have to do it off camera, or we'll spend a couple of long episodes on the quest to retrieve Flare. The Flare retrieval quests. Alright, so let's... That's Noby. Okay, let's go over here. There we are. What is that? We've got swamp trolls in here. And you can only get there by going here, which means to get here, we have to take him out. And if we had gone after him, they would have probably been triggered and attacked us too. That would have been certain death for us. I wonder if we can get right here. Oh, that's close. Can we trigger them to come running out and attack us in the swamp? Let's go over here. What are we going to trigger in here? This is all new territory. Right? Yeah, this is new territory. I want to go right there. No screaming noises. Turn my own volume up a little bit so I can hear these guys. Those swamp trolls aren't silent, that's for sure. Okay. We can't get onto that, can we? No. We can go a little bit further. And more swamp trolls in there. This was one nasty neighborhood here. Breakout door there. What is that? A bunch of swamp slingers. You know, I think we're just going to stay in the water here for a while. Of course, that's where the Hydrax live. Well, so far so good. So had we survived all of the swamp troll... What was that noise? That was just the slingers. Okay, I want to make sure it wasn't a Hydrax showing up behind us. Alright, are we set here? We are. Everything looks good there. Let's take these guys out. Make sure there's nobody behind us here. Okay. Where did that come from? We have witches. Okay. Let's everybody pull back and heal. Pull back. Nope, that didn't work. Try that again. Right here. Oh, that's right. Just like last time, I just finished playing Banished, and I'm still trying to run WASD. Okay, the witches are on their way in. So I gotta move my hand, so I'm just on the spacebar. Okay, so they're on their way in. Can we run through these guys that ignore them and take these witches on? They cast something. They didn't cast that 1,000-point critter, did they? Just more swamp slingers. Okay, let's take this guy out. Unless they're going after Andy. Ignore everybody else. Just take them out. Okay, Andy, heal. Right there. Good. Heal. We have two witches there. We have a witch here. And I think we're going to get overwhelmed. Andy is too far away. Yeah, he's over there. He's not going to get to us in time. We got to pull back while we're still alive. Okay, Andy can still heal though. Good, there's a heal. Pull back, and pull back. Alright. Reverse positions, and heal. And I need to remember with Andy to hit that mana once in a while. There it is. Okay. So, who has followed us? A witch has followed us. We may just have to keep ignoring the monsters and taking out the witches. Even though that's not what I would normally be doing right now. but we've got to eliminate her ability. Oh, it's frustrating. Alright, we're going to have to reset, and they're going to have to start following my orders. We're going to do engage and defend. Now, we'll do target closest, but I need them, every time I tell them to do something, as soon as something else shows up, they all change their mind and go after the other one. So I'm going to have to take away their free will. Guys, we need this witch down. Okay, that was the priority. Now back over here, closer to Andy so he can heal you. Alright, so turn and take out all of these annoyances. Keep healing. I expect another 2 witches to show up soon. Alright. There's still more in there, we know that. But let's pick up the loot and be done with this area. We just got hit from somewhere. Oops, wrong one. Click, click, Control A. Who was that? Let's go back over here. Okay, well, we'll pause for a moment here. Everything's good there. We didn't pick up anything of importance, right? That's a little different. 1523, 1421. That's a better one. But still not... Ah, you snuck in there, didn't you? Still not as good as the bows they're using, although it is faster. Mana potion, we'll toss that aside. Accuracy, we're going to junk. Okay, so... everyone go after this guy and get rid of him. Alright. Let's go find those witches. There you are. Go straight in, no distractions. Take her out. Good. Swamp Troll. Treasure chest. 1,000-point swamp creature. So swamp creature is what they're called. And this gets us back on the dock and back over to all of these swamp trolls in these houses. So we'll still accomplish the same goal. We're just going to go at it backwards. We do have access to this one. Nothing seems to be out. There is something alive in there. Right there. More swamp trolls. So there are lots of booby-trapped houses in here. Alright. Take out Mr. Swamp Troll, who is going after Elora. Now their free will is gone, and they're just going to let this guy pick on them and not do anything. Alright, take him out. Ah, we've got another witch. I thought we had finished them. Alright, another swamp troll. Whoa, a whole swarm of swamp trolls. Run back. One more time. Reverse position. Heal. And everybody take on the first one. We've got our swamp creature on his way in. Take him next. Whoa. That's like a redwood tree slamming up the side of the head when that thing hits you. Alright, so our swamp trolls are hiding right over here. Mana? Okay, I think we're ready. Let's go after the first one. They're running this way. Okay, we're going after this one. Get the healing started. Product is increased in strength. Doesn't do him any good. Other than that, he hits harder now. Yeah. It's going to take the next trader before we get anything to benefit us at strength 25. Though there is... Now we've already dumped it. He was going to qualify for this at some point. 75 to 77. which is roughly the same as what he's got. It just takes the extreme low and high and brings it back to the center. So there'll be no 87s, but there'll also be no 67s. So basically the same thing he's already got when you think about the averages. So otherwise, continue and heal. Everybody concentrate on him. Bjorn just increase in dexterity. That will increase on its own. Let's top off his mana, which is actually good for us. Let's start using this stuff up and get some storage space. Alright, so where are we exactly? We've not been in there. This must be where we continue. There's a torch over here. It's lit up. So that must be our way out of this area, which we kind of skipped. But I'm still going to go back and take a look in there. Though I wonder if the trader is like right there. It's down a boardwalk to the left next to a lamp or a torch. Let's go take a peek. Ah, potions. I think we found our trader. And another swamp witch. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and a Tretch. Okay, we're going to have to do this one a whole lot smarter. Back into the water, guys. Right there. The swamp witch will follow us. That's been her pattern. Their MO, their method of operation. Him out. Let's go after this guy and hit some healing. Where did she go? She was over here, wasn't she? Okay, Andy, get closer. There you are. Alright, everybody down here. Let's get us all back together again. Pick up that gold. And we'll move in a little. Alright, where'd that witch go? Got a mangler over there. Let's see if we can trigger him. Well. Okay, we just did. Let's pull back so we don't... Okay, stop. Don't want to bring the witch over at the same time. There we go. Which I think we just did. Yeah, she's right in here. I just saw her move. Where did I see her? There she is. Let's go straight into her. Okay. There were more witches. They're back in there. And we're not going to get near this guy. Take this guy out from a distance with ranged weapons. So, I can't see in there, so we need to go right here. And they didn't obey me. So, let's try that again. There we go. And right there. Alright. So take this guy out and heal. Good. Take this guy out. Got him. And there's our witch. And let's get a healing going, just in case they do something that we're not expecting, like target Andy. Okay, but that is our, right there, Verma. Remember, what was his name? The trader just after the Alpine caverns. I can't recall the name, but the guy with the attitude. Boy, he had an attitude. It seems like she does too. So I don't think anybody who lives in the swamp can be happy campers. Not W. That's what I want. So let's pop this guy. Boom. Yep. That's what we get. So somebody pick that up. And let's go talk to Verna. Verna or Verma? We'll see. Anything else going to attack us on the way in? That wasn't a glowing, was it? No, that's not a glow. So let's go... Alright, file formation, single file. Everybody wants to come over and stop in the water here. Alright, so single file, and let's head in. Nope, I can't get there. So let's grab you guys and tell you to go there. There we go. That's close enough. There she is. That's about the closest I can get to a camera view. Let me turn my volume down so we don't get an echo. Let's see what she has to say. I'm a little hesitant here.
Ooh, look on my porch at the handsome dandies, seeking staves from the goblins' hoard. Look how they hold their nose in the air, not so much as a blink nor stare. Verma knows how to catch their eye. Healing salves are here to buy. Fresh from the pot are my potions made. Goodies in your pouch I will take for trade.
Okay, that's not quite what I remembered, so she's not as cantankerous as the other one. But let's go ahead and shop. Alright, and though it said potion, she does have everything. Good, good, good. So, what to do here? I think I am going to, rather than a fast motion thing like I usually do, I'm just going to fade out and fade back in and have sold everything off. Then I'll when I get back, we'll go ahead and look through and purchase things. So let me get rid of the obvious first and not waste time on the recording for it. So back in a little bit. Okay, so I've gone through and sold off everything that we need to. I left a few things that were questionable still, as far as the archers go and as far as Andy goes. But let's see what we can advance into. We're using defense 122. These guys are defense 116 plus. That's strength 33. We're not going to be there for a long, long time. Here's a strength 12. That does 92 defense and 21 health. What's Andy using? So 92, this is a 90. Adds mana and health. So not really an improvement. And 92, that's 116 and that's 100. Though it doesn't add health. But still, it's not really going to help us. So there's another 100. There's 106 plus 7 health. So that's the closest that we could do. What is this now? Strength 16, and he does not qualify for strength 16. So I don't see really any benefit here. This adds a range. This adds armor. So we're at 122 and 12. So basically what he's already got. 119 and health. So we don't have any benefit for Nobi in the armor. Strength 32, we're at 27. So let's move to the next page. And you see some of the things that we sold floating around in here. That's a 63, that's a strength 23 now. So don't have a lot to benefit the warriors. There's another helmet that only gives dexterity. That one's pretty good. There's 20 and 7 health. That's 22 though. So I don't know that we're really going to improve much. Yeah. So I think Nobi is done as far as armor. Let's look at weapons real quick. He is doing a 79 to 97. That's a really wide spread, but he's hitting almost 100 once in a while. What does this do? There's 82 to 110. 191,000. Wow. So this ought to do good for the archers. These guys, now that's some serious damage. That's a crossbow that's doing 102. The other ones were doing 60s and 40s and 60s if I remember right. Yeah, there's some good bows here. Wow, that was a great bow. So there's, am I seeing that right? That's 500,000 gold there. Wow. We're not getting that one. That's more than half of our entire treasury. So, this guy, so we are 80 to almost 100. I don't see paying that much money to get 10 more, 11 more hits once in a while. Because that's not the average. The average is 93 thereabouts. This average is 87, 88, somewhere in there. For 5 more points per hit to spend almost 200,000 gold, I think we're going to pass on that one. Though he is almost a strength 28. Is there a 28 in here? There's a 29 that looks pretty good. That's a third of all of our gold. So I don't see this happening. Okay. These aren't enough to make it worth to even want to buy them. So shields, can we help him at all there? His shield is 15 with 42 health. Here's 30 and adds 10. There's a shield of 40. Wow. 210. Let's see, what's the strength here? Strength 27. Most of us qualify for that. Well, actually, we're 27 because we've got a big bonus. So 25, 25, and 25. So Nobi is the only one that qualifies for this. It's only 17,000. All right, that seems like a no-brainer. 15, 42, and 40. Okay, we're doing that. This moves downhill. Was there anything better? Adds 2 to dexterity. That adds a whole bunch of armor. Health. Okay, so we'll call that good for him. Spells he's not going to get into. Potions he will. That's the important thing right here. We're going to buy a bunch of these. So what do? Hold the control? Yeah. And then you click miscellaneous, go back to potions, and you just keep repeating. So tell you what, we'll get everything bought, then we'll come back and we'll do that for everyone. We'll get, at least 12 of these, what I call the magnums. Large potion, they call them. And then miscellaneous, which we're not going to deal with. Okay. Spells. Healing Hands. There is a Healing Hands spell. Alright, before we forget, let's pop those onto everybody. It was a 0 level, so anybody can use it. Okay. And wouldn't hurt to grab an extra one of these. We'll put it on him. Okay. So he's got one in case one of us uses ours and runs out. So, off to Bjorn. Back to armor. Keep touching the edge of my screen, scrolling around. He's in the same boat. His armor's way better than anything that's here. And maybe we can upgrade his bow. He does have the weakest bow, but he's got a 13-meter one, and nobody else does except for Nadie. Nothing else in there works. What is this? So 18 armor versus his... Yeah, we're finding good stuff out there. It's 23 armor, 22 armor. So most of this stuff is not going to be any better than what we've got. There's an 11-12. There's a 16 in dexterity, which might be acceptable. There we go. There's a 14, 20, a 20 and 7. 215. He could probably use that. So let's do that for him before it gets forgotten. And we'll send this up to here. So that gets him up closer to 200 there. He's the one we're probably going to want to boost up everywhere that we can. He's kind of lagging behind. So he's got a 2137. This is a 1547. So that is a pass on him. 1112, and that's a pass on him. Okay. So 1112. Can we beat that? We can do a 16 and no health. There's a 6, there's a 19. There's an 1117. Yeah. We'll go with the 19. Send that down to there. Okay. So that is it for him, right? 1421. I threw a bunch of extra boots somewhere. So 1421. Now, okay, so previous, no boots. We did have a few other things here, though. Alright, so gloves. He's got 22 on his gloves, 22 armor. Well, there's 21 and health. That is a little bit of a bonus for him. Let's do that. We'll give him that one. So 21 in health. So that goes over here. That gets tossed down to the next one. Okay. So, weapons. Can we get a bow? Probably can't. He's got such a low qualification. We're probably way beyond those even being in stock. We know nothing is going to come close to his weapon. He's running a 7187. Yeah, all these are much lower. So what is the first bow? Now take that back. This is a slower 7187. This is a slower 7794. In fact, we may have sold this to him for all I know. Yeah, we'll do that. That looks pretty good. We'll send that down the line. Anyway, looking for a bow. I know we sold that one. Okay. A bow that is 12 to 13. He does qualify for these, and these are range 12s. Alright, so they're all going to be about the same. They're all the same kind of bow. What is the bonus we want to grab onto? That one doesn't work. Adds 12 health. Adds mana, ranged, intelligence. So we'll give him the 12 health. And that one is a toss. Alright, shields. He has got a 2137. There's a 27 and adds dexterity. 2617. 2221. Now his is better. 2837. That's a little better. 2937. That's probably the one for him. Yeah, we'll do that. So 2937. Send that down the line. So we've done armor, we've done weapons and shields, and we're going to do potions later. Alright, so back to armor. Now, he may benefit from some of these. In fact, it looks like he will. So let's see, he's a strength 25. Okay, 98. What is our best of these three? Here's a 119 and 15 health. There's a 122 and 12 health. We'll go with that one. And I'm pretty sure the Croduck has got something better than that, but I'll throw it down there anyway. So helmet. No helmet came down. We do have these guys. So 14 and 11, 12. We bought this one just for him. That's right. That was a good one we found. So that he's already set. Alright, so gloves. He has got a 17 glove. There is a 20 glove. So that's better. There's an 18. 12, 12. 9, 11, 17. Okay. This one, no. So let's set him up with the 18. Helmet's done, gloves done, boots, 16, 17. No boots have shown up yet, though. So we're probably not going to do him any better. No. So he's got the best boots we have available to us right now. So armor's done. Look at weapons. He is using a 6787. No real benefit there. 7187 right off the bat is a little bit better. Is there anything else that he qualifies for? No, no. He's a 25. Is there a 26 that's going to pop in? There is. Okay, let's go back. So again, he's 71 to 87. This guy, no better, but it gives a lot of health. That may well be worth it right there. It's a big chunk of change, though. Looking for the 26 strength. These are all... Oh, there's a 26. Oops, put that back. But that was a lot of money, too. So these guys are less money, but not by much. Still over 150,000. And not gaining that much. Okay, we're going to leave him where he is on weapons. Next page, there's nothing else that's beneficial. So we're at 71 to 87. Man, this is no longer beneficial, so we'll go ahead and get rid of this one. Okay. So, shields, he is running right now a 22 armor. This one is a 15 and a whole bunch of health. This is a 21 and a whole bunch of health. Again, that was a 22, so that beats that one. So this is the best one so far. Is there anything that's better than 2137? 27. 2617. Not... Okay, we have a 24? What is that? 2421. And that 37 health, though, is really hard to beat. I think we're going to stay with that. So these guys all move down to Kroduk. We've done our 3 here. We're not going to do the upper row right now. Alright, so he does have the same thing on. So we can toss... Wait a minute. 98. Both of these are better than that. Okay. So this can go away. This can go away. We're going to put the best of these two. This adds armor and health. That adds health and range. So this is Kroduk's new armor. He's in the 229, 214, 230, 220. So he's in good shape. Helmets. He has got 19 armor. So that's no good. And that's no good. So any other helmets? That is a heavy plate armor. That's a good looking armor there. Alright, so we're looking for helmet. Let's just go ahead and do one thing at a time here. Helmet, no good. Alright, he's got the best helmet. We've got 16 armor, and it adds a dexterity for... These ladies near 18 strength yet? She is. But that only because she has a strength. But I'm thinking that adds a dexterity is something that she needs to hang on to. So let's give him the best glove that money can buy. There is a 17 armor. There is an 18 armor. And reflects some damage. Got a 9 and adds a strength. Okay. Let's get this one for him. There's 18 and reflects some damage. Alright. Still doing fine. Almost 600,000 gold. We could look at upgrading these guys' bows if there were any other, benefit to it as far as added bonuses. Boots, that's going to be hard to beat. He's got 21 armor in his boots. No boots available here. He's going to be a 26 soon. Are any of these 26s? Nope. These are all 28s. 26, 16. And again, he's got 21. So he is set for boots. So that is all of the armor. Let's go to weapons. He is using a 7187. So there was really nothing that worked better than what he's already got. Again, 7187. That is a 6787. So this looks like it's a toss. Though it does add range, but it's a strength 23. So the archers are not going to be able to use that. So that one is done. That's a lot of armor. 17 armor. And that was 18 in reflex damage. Strength 20. It's possible they may eventually get into that. Alright, so let's get into shields. So Kroduk, shield, he has got right now a 20 armor. There's a 15 in health, which may be better than a 20 armor. That 42 health is huge. There's a 22 armor, so both of these are better than that. Is there anything else here that's better than, we'll say, that's a 22 armor. Okay. There's a 27 and adds 2 dexterities. Maybe. That takes him up to 18 dexterity. I don't think there was a bow that helped. I think the lowest bows beyond the basic stuff was in the 23 range in this store here. So again, we're looking for something better than this. 27 armor, 26 and adds health. I think that's our winner. 20 dexterity, 20, 16. That's a good one right there. So 26 and adds health. So he's got that one. And strength 14, strength 18, strength 18. They all potentially qualify for Nadie, and Yalora can handle that one. So his Kroduk is done. Move into Yalora, armor. And 100, this was a 92, that's 106 plus 7. It's a lot of money for an extra 6, but how are we doing? 224 and 214. So she's actually in better shape. But we have the ability to give her that boost. I think we take it. So that goes there. This will toss down here, but I think it gets sold. Adds 2 to dexterity. Dexterity 26, dexterity 25. We took this off of Merrick and just without thinking dropped it onto Andy. But Andy doesn't need extra dexterity in order to use this bow. He already had it. Needed 13, he came with 14. So I was able to put the amulet that gave extra mana back onto him. So one of the ladies can use the extra dexterity, which qualifies them for a better bow. So we'll keep that one in mind to see which one we need to do that to. Anyway, armor, we're good. Let's move into the first of the either boots or gloves that qualify. And so far, it's right here. So using adds a strength and adds a dexterity. 16 armor adds a dexterity for boots. That's going to be really hard to touch. Yeah. So boots are done, and this adds a strength. So there weren't any other gloves that add a strength that were better. Subtract from dexterity. We don't want that. Okay, so she's done on armor except helmet. So helmet, she's a strength 16. That's what she's capable of. This one does 14 armor, 15 health, and adds a ranged. That's going to be hard to deal with, to top. I'm pretty sure we're done with these. Well, I take that back. Let's send these this way, and we'll rule them out when we get to her. So, extra things, that, I think I'm going to put on the archers, where we're going to go with those. So, we're finishing up here. So boots and gloves we can't do anything with. We'll toss these this way. Alright. So we've got 17 armor on a shield. Well, let's go back to weapons. We haven't finished yet. So weapons. She does potentially qualify with this guy if we swap out, if we put in these 2 dexterity. 500,000 though. That's really hard to swallow. Let's give her the dexterity. Let's not yet. She already qualifies for everything else. That's a 26. Nadie is going to need it to qualify too. So we are doing a 60 to 82, and adds armor, health, mana, and melee. So 60 to 82. Slow attack. Here's slowest. But that's a pretty big number. That's slow. So that's a lot better than 60 to 82. And this one is slowest. 94, 110, 94, 110. Adds ranged. Okay. So that guy looks worthy. And this guy looks worthy. What's this? I think we're going to give her this one. We're going to send this down the line along with the amulet. Okay. That's given her a dexterity and given her a range. That's good. So she is set now except for the shields. We've got here a 17. Over here, this does add a dexterity. Otherwise, no. And next page, there is no next page. Okay. 17. We also have available an 11 in health. Adds a dexterity. Adds a strength. And 20. 17 and 20. So we're going to give her this one. Send that down the line. How full is she? She's about there. Let's see what we can throw away here so we can make some room. So we're back to armor. Now, she has got really good armor, so we're not going to even come close to touching that. The hat is kind of worthless, but she doesn't qualify for these. That's strength 19. She will eventually. This hat is an 8. This is a 14, and this is an 11 in health. Health 500. She's doing fine on health. So she could eventually use that one. Is there anything else to get for her helmet-wise? Strength 19. Not really. Yeah, she's not qualifying for much. So we're going to keep this helmet, and she'll grow into this one. Okay, gloves. Adds a strength. And I don't think we want to touch that, do we? So strength 18. Is there anything that needs 18 to qualify? Actually, I guess not. Though it takes her further away from ever getting into this one, but that's only giving her defense 4. If she went to something that, well, that's an 18. She doesn't qualify for it because she needs the strength. What is this now? She's doing a slowest 81 to 99. This is a slow, but not worth keeping. So that's a toss. We'll give her one of the better ones. So what can we do here? Oh, this gives her health. So this one can be tossed onto somebody who needs it. We'll toss that back at you, Laura. This is going to give her dexterity. The glove gives her strength. We don't need the strength. So that gives 11 armor. This gives 14 armor and a dexterity. This gives... well, it takes away dexterity. This one is probably what to swap her out with. And that disqualified a lot of things when we did that. So before we do that, was this shield that important? The 16 and adds a strength. So we're not going to have a choice here. That would be a great one for her. About the same armor and a whole bunch of health. I think we're going to save that one for her. So 17. Okay, this is a toss. I don't think he can use this stuff, can he? He's a strength 14. That gives him 18 armor. So that doesn't do him any good. This one I think we want to save for her. When she strengths up, she can swap out with this one. Although it means she's never going to get to this one. So let's toss that. This is what she's working up to, because that 42 health is pretty important. We're going to stick to the 14 and adds a dexterity. Yeah, that's better than the 11. I still don't know what he needs, so let's start sending these guys down to him. So this is the process that I go through every time we get to a trader. That I usually just turn on the trading music and just fast forward through it all. This is the process that I'm thinking my way through. I thought this time I'd go ahead and include it in the video so you can kind of see it all. So this adds a strength and subtracts from dexterity. We don't want to ever subtract from dexterity, but maybe he will need that someday. So we'll save that for him just to verify. This is a toss. He's not going to qualify either for it. This adds a dexterity, but it's only defense 3. And we're trying to get away from all that stuff. We want to get some serious defense in here. So that's a toss. This is a 9 and adds a dexterity. That adds a strength. That's a 14, and that's a 16. So this is now a toss. This guy is... what's this strength on it? Strength 18. He's not going to get there. So that's a toss. This is a healing hands. I think I can just set it right in there, and it took. Where'd the other healing hands go? We bought 2 of them. I thought I did. Ah, there it is. So we just did that, right? Yeah. So put it on her, and if she doesn't have one, it'll drop into there. So it'll be there. Next time he goes down, maybe we can switch all of us to that healing hands, and all of us can be equivalent to one of him as far as reviving him. We still have to go after a Hydrak soon. Like, I think our next mission, this episode we're going to finish off the trade, and then next mission we're going to start working our way back as a group to go get Flare. And maybe through some of that we'll do some fast forwarding, just so we're not repeating the same pathway over again. But let me finish my train of thought here. These are all still here because why? She gets that because we didn't have room. We were cleaning her out. Let's quickly dump all these onto her and verify that they're no good for her. That gets sold. Okay, so she is saving up for, well, strength 18 for starters. 14, 14, 16. So she does qualify for all these. This adds a strength, though, and we can't lose that strength. Well, I say that. We actually can. We can drop a strength if it's really that important. This adds 16. This adds 15 and 42 health. This adds 11 in health. This adds 7 in a strength. This adds 7 in a dexterity. Toss. He may use that. And toss. Yeah. And I think we could swap this out right now. It didn't make anything go away, though it drops us to strength 17, which might affect her ability to pick up a certain bow. So we'll keep that in mind as we go into weapons. This one needs a strength 20, and I think there's no point in waiting for that. It's not much different from this one. There's a 16 in dexterity. That is a 17, so that can be tossed. So we're waiting on these. And we're going to weapons. So, of the big fancy bow, she still qualifies for everything except for this, which requires strength 17 and dexterity 28. So even though she picked up the dexterity, she's still not there. Where'd that shield go? It dropped.
Fancy, fancy,
Oh,
look
don't
at
do
me,
that.
the Queen of Ebb, they'll think I be.
If you click away, we picked it up again. It takes strength 18 to do it. Ah, I knew there was some reason why I didn't put that on her. Okay, let's get back into our I'm paused. There we go.
Ooh,
And shop. There we go. So she does need this one yet. Okay. So this one is waiting for her to strength up. Then we got to choose whether we're going to take this one or whether we're going to take this one. Adding a dexterity might be important, otherwise adding a whole bunch of health. This one, we're just hanging on to just in case. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, weapons. That's where we were. So, she qualifies for these three. She is using an 81 to 99 slowest. That is a slow, which is probably better, even though the number is a little bit lower because she shoots more often. So slow, 80 to 100. These are slowest. This one adds 2 to range skill and adds a strength. You don't often see weapons that add a strength. We can't afford it. So look at that. 382,000, 348,000. Boy, if Flair was here, we'd have a bunch more to sell. That would work really well for her, and we can't afford it. Let's go to Merrick and see what he's going to do. But we got to be careful, though. We need enough to buy a bunch of these. So it's only 270 each. So 10,000 ought to buy, well, 20,000 ought to buy enough. So if we can get to 410,000, probably not going to do it. But we'll see. Alright, so this one gives him 90 armor, plus health, plus mana. This gives him 100. Kind of a toss-up. Although that 6 more may be the difference between surviving a Hydrak or not. We'll keep that in mind. He doesn't qualify for it anyway. Strength 16. He's not there. So there's 12,000 gold right there. Alright, so what do we have to offer him? Let's go back into here. That's no good, that's no good, that's no good. That's... nope. And that... nope. He's already got better than that. Alright, so this one adds to mana, just like that, and gives him a little bit of health. This one gives more. This gives 89 armor. This gives 90 armor. So this one is better all the way around. So this goes away. Now we're up to 367 gold. So gloves, he's got adds a nature magic skill, and that's one I'm hesitating to lose, because it's the nature magic that determines how much healing he does. This one gives him 11 armor. This only gives him 2 armor. That's the problem with hanging on to these bonuses until your armor rating just suffers greatly because you're hanging on to the bonuses. So what do we got here? This adds a strength, which he needs to qualify for this armor. So how do we get more armor on him? Okay, well, let's work through what we have available. We have no gloves or boots available. Still no available. And still none available. So there's nothing we can really buy for him to help him out. He's got 14 armor, 12 health. Was that the first hat that we found? Oh, there's a hat there. Okay, so there's our first one. 7 defense and 37 health. This is 1612. That's a lot of armor to pass on. I think we're going to keep that. The gloves we can't beat, though that is worth hanging on to eventually. That is mana. That adds mana. So the boots adds a strength. We don't have any more adds a strength. I don't think. So this is 3 and a strength, and he's a strength 14. She doesn't have boots with a strength, and that's it. Okay. So we can't do anything with that. So we're kind of stuck on the armor without losing the armor, because we lose the strength that this is adding, and the healing that this is adding. We can get rid of 1 level of healing and take our 2 to 3 and a bunch of health. Is that worth it? Oh, that's not it. Gotta be gloves. So 2 and 17 health to 11 and no health. I don't think it's worth it. In fact, I think this just gets tossed. Alright, so this adds a strength. Well, we'll get into that later. We're finished with the armor, right? So these don't do any good. Strength 15, it adds a bunch of health. We're going to be quite a while getting there, because by the time we swap out the boots, we'll have lost another strength. So he's back to 13, then back to 14, then back to 15. So we're not going to get here. So this might be one of those few pieces that we hang on to just in case we need to do a quick swap of strength for some unusual thing. There's nothing here to say. Oh, I thought I was there. Okay. That one. So this one, yeah, that's not where I was. Okay. So another one of those adds a strength just in case. Doesn't do him any good. We'll bring it back over here. That's going to be our goal. She's going to hang on to this flexibility is what this is. So he's not going to qualify. Strength 13, he does qualify. That gives him 18 armor. This doesn't. That's a toss. This one, 342, but that adds a strength, but there's a whole bunch of health. So we're going to hang on to that just in case. This one adds a strength just like that one. So when he gets up to a 15, he could do this again, but he's going from 3 defense to 6 defense. So that might be worth hanging on to. So with that, we're at 368,000. So we still don't qualify for her to get that bow. But we did get her shield figured out. Yeah, she's as far as she's going to go. What about his shield? Can we do anything better? So he's got 18 defense. There's 17. There's 7 in health, and there's 7. Okay. So I think they're set. I'm going to use the rest of this money to load them up on health and load him up on large mana magnums. These guys. And I think we'll just call this an episode. When I start the next one, I'll have all this done, and we'll be sitting right over here getting ready to go back and start our Save the Flare expedition. That's what we'll call it. So with that, I think we're going to call this one done. We'll see you next time, and we'll go back and get Flare, which is going to be an adventure all to itself, because we left an awful lot undone, especially those Hydrax. We're going to have to learn how to take down a Hydrax without taking down an Andy. We'll figure that out next time. So thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe if you would. I'd appreciate that, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye now.